Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
Come on, baby! We need the cinematics!
Yeah.
Let's fucking go!
For Sergei, dude. Oh, man. They almost fucking blew it. And it was going to be on Ben Sherratt. If they lost, it was going to be on Ben Sherratt for just an absolutely egregious high stick when you're already trying to kill off a penalty in a one-goal game. But they took care of business in overtime. Alex DeBrincat, absolute nails to get down there, to get to that loose puck and to hit Kopp in front of the net. And
dude,
Kopp
veteran move by Kopp right there, giving him the little cross check. And all the hurricane. That's why you get out in the playoffs every year, Carolina, is because you bitch about shit like that.
Pussy. They do pussy up a lot. And yeah, shout out to Gibson. Same vengeance in there. Gibson is a monster. Yeah, he was standing on his absolute head. A couple of those saves. You know, it's like a crazy save when Mickey's like, "Oh, well, I guess so." Like when he just like throws a leg out and he gets the right pad down to stop the game winner from going in. Gibson on 10 again. Aljo had a great game. Dr. Detroit makes a good point. Obviously, he scored the goal which he needed, but he also made some great defensive plays throughout the game, and especially in that overtime period. So shout out to Aljo for taking care of business. And shout out to the Red Wings for beating the best team in the East and becoming the best team in the East in the process. So, yeah, it's awesome. Obviously, Carolina's a wagon. We know how deep they are, and adding Ehlers to that was even more of a move. Like, obviously, you had to replace Mikko, but they are still a wagon. They still go four lines deep, and the Red Wings were at war with them. They kind of jumped them. Obviously, they were feeling good from the Sergei Fedorov retirement and everything, all the speeches, all the cups, all the trophies, everything around had the boys feeling good. They jumped out to, obviously, that 3-goal lead, but it's going to be hard to keep Carolina off the board with the way they get pressure on the net. So they quelled the storm when they had to and won in overtime. It was awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, this team's a really good overtime team when you make the ice huge and you let, like, even Edmondson is a guy who really shines in overtimes.
Yeah, he almost ended it again.
Yeah, he did. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot, and that's where I was gonna come in if we lost this game, and it wasn't gonna be with how good Carolina played. It would have been how big of a letdown that third period would have been from the. Oh, hey, we just hit 100K.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, shout out.
Woo! Shout out to everybody. That's awesome.
What a great time to hit 100K after a Sergei Fedorov win with the number in the rafters, John Gibson masterclass. But I mean, on a positive note, Lucas Raymond today, killer, man.
Yeah.
His on-puck skill today was unbelievable. He was making dudes look silly. It didn't matter. Like, even when Slavin was on him, who's one of the best on-puck defenders in the NHL, he could not take the puck from Lucas Raymond. Yeah. And it was such a great moment to see after how much Raymond has struggled over the last 4 games before he's really popped off. I love seeing what I'm seeing from Lucas Raymond. He's playing great hockey right now, and I had a public apology on Sunday, Spenny, about how much I was talking shit about that line change, because at the end of the day, Tom McClellan knows more puck than I do.
He absolutely does, and it was a rightfully so. Who would have thought that the line combination of Lucas Raymond, James Van Riemsdyk, and JT Compher, right, is it would be working out
literally.
So it's insane, but it is. And shout out Lucas Raymond, like you said, leads the team in points. He's been great. Shout out to James Van Riemsdyk. He has been such a force since being put on that Red Wings first power play. You being that big point forward to make plays in front of the net. It's exactly what they needed, and he's been lights out in that opportunity. So shout out to our guy James Van Riemsdyk, because he stepped up big time. And I've really liked the way the fourth line played in this one.
Yes, I'm glad you hit on that, Spenny.
And Soda, they played so well. They were physical. They were controlling the puck better than pretty much any person not named Lucas Raymond on this team.
Drew 2 penalties.
Yeah, they drew 2 penalties. They're making plays. Michael Rasmussen has been very aggressive. He hit a goalpost. He has been playing very well. Soda, every time he's in the lineup, he's making good plays. He's using his size. He's using physicality. And then Appleton's just a dog out there. So I really like the way that fourth line played because you need it. You're going to Carolina or you're playing against Carolina. Sorry, they're coming here. But still, they go 4 lines deep. You're going to have everybody performing at a high level. And I think that fourth line stepped up big time.
No, they absolutely did. And just the way that Soderblom, like, this is one of those games where you see the potential of how well he uses his body, and he makes it tough. That, they get frustrated with trying to move his big ass, and they take a penalty on him, and that's like the level of agitation. And then you see his hands as well come out a few times in front of the net. Like, that's something that we needs to continue to build and develop.
I kind of wanted him to get some ice time in OT, but obviously.
He's an interesting matchup in overtime because he has so much skill. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have that like killer instinct to score. Yeah. So I think that's what kind of holds him back in that regard. But you pointed out too, Aljo, like Albert Johansson played a great game today. Being able to have the vision to make that cut to the net for the goal from Kane. Yeah. Like that's not just a pass Kane has to make. That's a play that your defenseman also has to commit to making and finishing. So really great play by Aljo. I thought the DeBrincat Kane line played a really nice game today. Cobb continues to just be stellar there.
Cobb's so great. He's playing. People forget that when Andrew Cobb went down, that's when we got kicked out.
I know.
Playoffs, basically.
Do you remember how much me and you had to defend Andrew Cobb like last year? And then he goes down. And now everyone's just flipping the script on, Andrew Cobb's so good. And he deserves to be in the same regard as JVR for, like, how good of a vet he's been. Like, I think JVR gets all the love, but Andrew Cobb is just as important. And even JT Compher's been playing a couple of nice games in a row.
Shout out to Bill Ozishkowski. Sorry, I probably butchered that. But he said Kane skating strong. Patrick Kane in the overtime period was busting his ass to get back, busting his ass. And I was really happy to see that because, like, he made a play. He tried to make a play on the goal. I liked it. But in overtime, if you don't, like, capitalize, you make a play like that, you got to fucking get back because they're going to get a breakaway. And he was busting his ass, and I love to see that. Everybody showed out for Sergei. How do you not when you got fucking
seriously
Hall of Famers and Hall of Famers and Hall of Famers sitting watching you? You've got some of the greatest players to ever play in the National Hockey League. One of them playing in the game and the rest of them up in the rafter. Like, you have to show out. And Patrick Kane, from
and that's Kaner's guy.
One goat to another, he was like, all right, I gotta put in some work here for Sergei. Sergei would have got back. Could you imagine Sergei Fedorov in 3-on-3 overtime periods? It'd be fucking unfair.
He would have been nutty, dude.
Yes.
Like, and on that Patrick Kane point, like, that dude literally grew up idolizing Sergei Fedorov. Like, there's the pictures of him with the cup in the intermission in the Sergei Fedorov jersey. Like, that hit home for me.
He was like being my age and watching hockey growing up. Like, that's the guy you wanted to be.
Yeah, that's nails right there. And I mean, honestly, like, the first 2 periods, like, I thought we did a really nice job at, like, limiting, like, high danger chances. Like, they hit a couple posts, and that was great. Yeah. Gibson, like, continues to play such a strong game back there. But I didn't feel like we got completely outclassed like we did in the first game. I really felt like there was a lot of compete for the Red Wings today. And then on top of that, they just really were doing, like, the little things, like the controlling the puck, and other than, like, the shooting themselves up in the foot in the third period, which they still got to be able to put, like, a good 60 minutes together. Like, playing a really nice 40 against that Carolina team, I think, is still a step in the right direction. And then also finishing it in overtime after they just got ran through when they went to Carolina like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and Carolina, man, I'm surprised their penalty kill isn't better than what it is because those guys are fucking aggressive.
I know, man.
And they are attacking, and they are fast, and they are all physical. So the Red Wings did a good job of taking advantage of power plays when they're given to them. But that shorthanded goal you allowed, man, that was a nutbreaker.
That was a backbreaker, and you can't have Larkin. Like, Larkin knew too. I mean,
yeah, he knew.
We don't have to rag on Larkin for it. Like, he put his head down immediately and was definitely beating himself up. And he's just got to dump that puck in.
Yeah.
If it comes to that situation where there's no one that's an outlet, you just got to dump the puck in, and you got to outnumber them on the forecheck and get the puck back, or you just reset it. But you can't be doing that type of stuff where it creates those odd man rushes for Carolina, because they capitalize. They got some good scorers over there, and that if you give them opportunities like that, they're gonna capitalize.
Absolutely. They got a lot of guys that can score a lot of goals on that team, so you can't give them stuff like that because they already put so many shots on the net. You can't give them opportunities. But Alex DeBrincat, shout out to him. I mean, just continues to have a hell of a year. He's
the real Philip Zadina, filling these pucks, these nets with pucks.
God, dude, we should have Phillips. But Alex DeBrincat with another goal. He had the assist, obviously, on the game winner, too. I don't know if he had any more points than that, but he had at least 2. So he has been playing lights out. He is on pace to have another 40-goal year. He is by far the Red Wings' best goal scorer. It seems he's picked up the play a little bit after not making Team USA. I think he's a little pissed off about that.
Everyone always talks about the goal scoring, and I always feel like I'm the only one that brings up how well he plays, like 200 foot, which is something that he was knocked on all the time in his early career. In Ottawa, you heard that. In Chicago, you hear that, but not here. He plays hard. He plays physical, too, which is just a very underrated part of his game. He's small, but he likes to throw the weight around a little bit.
And he's playing overtime.
And he just, he's moving. Like, his legs get going when he gets moving up ice, and he's so much more confident in the open ice, I feel like, than even last year. Like, in overtime, you saw him just dangle 2 guys and get a great scoring chance. Like, I feel like that's, he might have not been that confident over the last 2 years. Like, he's really just elevating his game to another level, because I think now he knows, like, when he was coming up, he was the young buck, and Patrick Kane was the one carrying that line. Like, he was just the accessory piece, and he was the goal scorer to Patrick Kane's playmaking. And now it's the inverse. Like, he's still the scorer, but
he's got to be the face, though.
He's the face. Like, he knows that. Like, he's the alpha dog on that line now, and you can tell that he's playing with that type of mentality, because he's going out there and he's getting his. Every time he touches the puck, he's going to a scoring area and trying to score a goal. And if he does it, he's making a great play, setting someone up to, and he's really just elevated his game. I know last year he was at 39 goals. This year he's definitely getting over 40. I mean, he's got 27 already. Absolutely steaming.
Yeah, he's hot, man. It's great to see, because the Red Wings need it. Like, he's really the only pure goal scorer you got on the roster. So you need him to definitely pick it up. And Lucas Raymond, again, has been picking it up and getting the contributions from the veterans. Like,
you arguably have a top 3 pure goal scorer in the Eastern Conference when it comes to playoff time.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, he's
got to be top. How many goals does McKinnon have? 30 yet?
I just there's guys who aren't necessarily like snipers. Like, obviously, Kuznetsov gets more points, and I would take Kuznetsov over DeBrincat. But, like, in terms of pure goal scorer, there's not a lot of guys who I would take pure goal scoring wise over DeBrincat.
He's a sniper, dude, and you need that. And hopefully, we talk about MBN a lot. He can.
Bless you.
He could be that when he comes back up, but Cat has 24 on the year. And
my bad. I thought they said 27 on the broadcast.
McKinnon has 36. Oh my
dude, yeah, McKinnon's been literally on a tear. He's been scoring more goals this year.
He's arguably better than McDavid this year. It's fucking nuts, but it's good to see Cat go out there and be the guy that we need him to be, the guy that he has to be if this team wants to do what they want to do and get to the playoffs and hopefully win a playoff series. He's going to have to be a guy that shoulders a lot of the goal scoring load. And he obviously just remember when he went it was 9 games to start the season without a goal. Everybody's like, oh, what the fuck? And then just boom, and floodgates open. And now he's on pace for setting a career high. So it's good to see Cat out there playing well. And I think it was good to get him back with Patrick Kane, because you got to have those guys on the same line.
Absolutely. And, like, the level of play that they were bringing today, like, they were making so many great passes. Like, the chemistry is so up there. But on the note of the first line, there is, like, that. What sucks is that just kind of really brings Larkin down.
Yeah.
And Larkin looks like he is bearing the weight of having two first and second year players on his line right now. And he is doing the best he can, and he's not bitching. But I think that's why on the power play he got a little guarded over the puck
Yeah.
because he wants to, help this team win. He wants to score. He knows what he has to be for this roster. And I think that this line change, as it has helped Raymond, it has hurt Larkin.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's definitely trying to do everything by himself up there, and I think you need to look for Finney to get more shot friendly. I think they need to kind of figure out how they want to play together. Like Casper should be the one mucking it up, getting the puck out of the boards, kicking it to Larkin, and then Larkin should be setting up Finney or the other way around. But it's all right. He's just got to take the best or use the best opportunities he can. And he was doing a good job in the 200-foot game that he always does. Obviously, he's our best two-way forward. So for him to not get the goal scoring that you want, but make up for it with his defensive play and his pressure on the puck, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't want to say you change lines up again because you've been scoring a bunch of goals, but Larkin's kind of by himself up there.
Bro, up close and personal, man, they won the game.
Yeah.
I know that it was rough, but they still won the game. And teams that make the playoffs win these types of games.
Yeah,
and
are you mad we went to overtime with Carolina?
The best team in the East? Well, not anymore. Now it's the Red Wings.
Yeah. Oh, how dare you have a good team take you to overtime? Like, what? Shut up, dude. They won. Get over it. It's fucking hockey. Not every game's gonna be 5-0.
That's funny. And I mean, this was just an overall team effort. They as the Debbie Downer wants to put it. They did blow it in the third period.
He's just being miserable.
But they bounced back, and it took multiple combinations of overtime lines to succeed. And the Graybush Andrew Kopp veteran move with the cross check in front of the net, and to get open. Just a great. I mean, it was a beautiful night too. Because I had to go in 4 minutes for my hockey practice. I'm sorry, people. Spenmo will take you out. But for a guy to be as beloved as Sergei Fedorov is by the entire fan base, honestly, it's hard to see guys where the entire fan base rallies around someone like Sergei Fedorov after the fight that it took to get his number retired. And it was a spectacle. It was an awesome viewing experience, even from home. And then he rolls up in the 02 Corvette, or it probably was a 90s Corvette. I don't know specifically. But that was one of the hardest things that he could have possibly done. And the boys are wearing the white skates and warmies. It was just perfect. I don't think that anyone and their mom wants to... I'm sorry, you guys are killing me, these comments. I don't think anyone was disappointed in the way, because like D-Mac says, Fedorov was a showman. He was one of the best showmen on the ice and off the ice, and then they called him the Russian Rocket. That's was celebration for a guy who was that big of a beauty like Sergei Fedorov. And what a night. I can't wait to hear D-Mac's full rundown about it. I wish I was going to be in the office to hear the extracurriculars, but man, what a freaking night for the Red Wings. And thank God they pulled out that win.
Yeah. I mean, you had to take care of it. Obviously, it's one of the biggest games that your team has had forever, because you haven't been in the playoffs and you haven't been, competing for Stanley Cups in a long time. So to have those guys back there, to have it be Sergei's long-awaited retirement, it meant a lot for everybody in that organization. Obviously, Steve Yzerman, Nick Lidstrom, Darren, all of those guys have been, waiting for this day, and obviously Sergei himself. So for the Red Wings to go out there and put on, first of all, such a good event. Like the day before, everything that they did with the dinner, the ceremony, raising the banner, the speeches, the pageantry, everything was very, very well done by the Detroit Red Wings, and well deserved for Sergei. And then you go out there and you win a game against the best team in the Eastern Conference. It was a great way to cap that off. It wouldn't have been the same, if they didn't win it. Obviously, you always
I
win
agree.
something like that to remember that. And so shout out to Alex DeBrincat for making the play in overtime to set up Andrew Kopp and burying that. So that was awesome. And I appreciate it. But yeah, it was a great win against a tough team. And now you got to go back to back and you're going to Boston. And is it in Detroit or is it in Boston?
It's in Boston.
Oof. So they can't even celebrate with Sergei tonight.
No. It's our. I don't know what it is with all our back-to-backs, and then we have all these games in hand. I don't understand why we continue to have back-to-backs over and over and over again. Damn, Nico Collins just got carted off the field. That's tough.
That is tough. Yeah, that is kind of stupid that we're having another back-to-back when every team has 3
Detroit may lose tomorrow. They may not lose tomorrow. Either way, you were able to beat a team that is already smoked you this year, and then you get a chance to go to Boston. You'll play Talbot. It will honestly be up to Talbot. If Talbot plays a good game, you'll have a great chance of winning. Dude. Hating for no reason, man.
Just hating to hate. Hating out of pure hate. It's a way. It's a choice.
But what a win! I'm so happy for Sergei. 91 to the rafters. Hell yeah! I have to go to hockey practice though. Lucas Raymond, Alex DeBrincat, big ups. Great game. Spenmo, take him out. I won't end the stream this time like I did last time.
All right. Yeah. Shout out.
Deuce out, people. Love you guys. Thank you for all the support. Smash that like button.
Smash the like button because the Detroit Red Wings won another game, and it was against the Eastern Conference giant, the juggernaut, the Carolina Hurricane, the team that has been, and they're absolutely red hot coming into this one. I think they won 4 straight or something like that. But the Red Wings took care of business on the night that Sergei Fedorov's number was finally lifted into the rafters. Unfortunately, it didn't get done to Joe Louis where he did all of his damage. But LCA, obviously a beautiful barn. So it was a great ceremony, and it was a great game by the Red Wings, jumping up early 3-0, and then allowing Carolina to come back into it late because of some stupid penalties. Ben Sherratt, I mean, you guys know I love Ben Sherratt, but that was just an absolutely boneheaded high stick. He's lucky he didn't get 4 minutes. I guess it really wouldn't have mattered, but still. They took care of business when they needed to. And shout out to John Gibson. Another impressive game. Obviously, he got left out to dry a couple times there. A 5-on-3. What are you going to do? You can't really blame him for giving up a goal there. The shorthanded opportunity was a bad turnover from Dylan Larkin. But other than that, he had a good game. Carolina puts a lot of heat on the puck, or a lot of heat on the net, and they put a lot of pucks on the net, and John Gibson was seeing a lot of them, and even not seeing some of them, and still getting the fucking pad down. So shout out to Gibby for another big performance. The Aljo penalty was worse. Yeah, I mean, it could have been. Maybe it was worse, but Ben Sherratt was on a penalty kill already to put it to a 5-on-3. That was bad. Or no, that was Raymond's. Yeah, the Aljo penalty was bad. But yeah, the Red Wings just got to keep it rolling. Obviously, you're going back-to-back in Boston. We'll see what happens. Cam Talbot in net. No, I'm not going to the Pistons game on Thursday, but I will be watching this. We're going to do another post-game tomorrow for the Boston game. So hopefully Talbot can keep the mojo going that Gibby's been bringing every night. But again, I want to shout out that fourth line, man. They played so well. And it seems like every time Soda is up here and given opportunities, he is absolutely striving. He is playing well. He's playing physical. He is using his size. He is showing off that skill to keep pucks away from people, and obviously using his length to get to the corner before anybody else can. I thought him, Appleton, and Rasmussen did a very good job of controlling the puck in the offensive zone, and better than pretty much any other line outside of, like I said, Lucas Raymond. So shout out to those guys. And that, I think, is a microcosm of getting James Van Riemsdyk, because he has showed Rasmussen and Soda how to truly play big, how to use their size, how to be physical, how to be aggressive, how to be big assholes on the ice. And that's exactly what you needed on this team. So shout out to JVR, the Gray Bush. He's come in here and he's really set some physicality, and use that veteran leadership to teach these younger guys who are big, who can do things like that, how to use their size. So shout out to him, and shout out to the big guys for finally playing like big guys. Because how long for the Red Wings have we had all these big guys that didn't play big and were kind of soft, and you're like, God, why are you so fucking big but such a pussy? But now they are all playing big. So yeah, Zach, you're right. Rass has been noticeable the past few weeks for sure, and you need him to, whether it's killing penalties, whether it's back checking, fourth lining, just being an asshole out there, or going out there and getting opportunities, putting shots on the net. He's got a sneaky laser. Like, he almost sniped another one today. He just hit the post. So Rass has been playing well. I've always had a soft spot in my heart for Michael Rasmussen, so it's good to see him playing how he is. Mason Appleton does a good job of get those boys going down there as well, obviously. Spartan Dog, he's a veteran, he's a pro. So yeah, it was good to see the bottom six playing the way they have. Got to continue it, got to keep it going. I think the biggest takeaway was Aljo in this one, though. Like, if he can play like that, I don't expect a goal from him every game, but if he can be aggressive like that, and he was making some nice defensive plays, he made one in overtime. If he can keep trending in that direction when it comes to quality of play, that would be a huge boost for the Red Wings. I haven't heard any trade talk yet. I haven't seen anything. Maybe I'll pick D-Mac's brain about it tomorrow. He was hanging out with all those guys. I saw Shanny and Stevie watching over the game, so I'm sure they were chopping up about, who you would think, who you would go to. Obviously, Shanahan has the GM experience himself, but I'm sure there was some discussion with all the guys back there to Steve Yzerman. Compher is playing well. Yeah. I mean, he's not playing poorly. I'll say that. That line is playing well with JVR and with Lucas Raymond. Compher has been a part of it for sure. I don't know if I think he's objectively playing well. I think Andrew Kopp is playing very well, and you need to continue that. And I forget, somebody said it earlier about Simon Edvinsson and what he has looked like in these overtime periods. And Mickey was talking about it on the broadcast after he made that move where he almost ended it. He is getting so confident in these 3-on-3 overtimes to really let loose and use his long strides and his long reach to move around people and get in on the net quickly. So if he can continue to do that, and even maybe start to pour that in a little bit more into 5-on-5, Simon Edvinsson, man, he is going to be so good. And he just continues to grow. Him and Mo Sider, the two towers for the Detroit Red Wings, are going to run that be the pillars of that defense for a long time. I can't wait for them to ink him to an 8-year contract and just have both of those big monsters back there. So shout out to those guys. Again, shout out to John Gibson that made some big stops. And shout out to just the team. It was a good team win. You tried to give it up at the end with some stupid plays, but you buckled down when you had to, and you got the winner in overtime. So Red Wings win against the best team in the Eastern Conference to make them the best team in the Eastern Conference. They'll play in Boston tomorrow. Again, we're going to do a post-game show after that as well. It will be Cam Talbot in net. So he's played well. I think they said he's gone to overtime his past 3 starts. He won 2 of them. So maybe we'll get another more extra hockey tomorrow. We'll see about that. But gotta come prepared. Can't let the super high of the Sergei retirement and the win and the overtime bog down tomorrow, even though it's going to, because it's a back-to-back in the NHL, and that's what happens. You have to kind of see past that and have to put even more emphasis in starting fast because of everything that happened today and how long of a day it was for all of those guys emotionally, and just they were probably there for fucking 3-4 hours more than they would on a normal game day because of all the festivities. So hopefully they come out in Boston tomorrow and they're ready to go. It should be a good game, and need Talbot to stand on his head. But again, appreciate all you guys for tapping in. Appreciate you staying with us. And shout out, we reached 100,000 subscribers, man. It's been a long road. It's been a long about 5 years for me, and we're just getting started. So I'm really proud of everything that everybody on this network has been able to accomplish. I'm really proud of everything that all these guys do every day. I thank you all so much. We wouldn't be able to do it without you. It wouldn't be possible without you. I'm living my dream. I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do, and it's because of all you guys. And so thank you for 100,000. And here's to the next 100,000 because we're not going anywhere, and neither are the Detroit Red Wings because they're in first place in the fucking Eastern Conference. And Sergei Fedorov's jersey is retired. And all is right in Hockey Town right now. The boys just got to keep it going. It's a long season and keep making pushes. We'll see you in Boston, or we'll see you after Boston tomorrow. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to DeBrincat again, and shout out to the Grey Bush JVR. Red Wings win. Red Wings are in first place. Peace.